Hey, good morning, my friends. Terry Petrovic here. Hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday. So the question I have for you today is, are you living a happy life or are you just getting by? And I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you when you come from a place of wanting to create more for yourself, a lot of times there can be frustration because you're not making a success or you're not having the progress rather that you'd like to have. Success is eluding you. It's out there, but it's just not happening fast enough and it can drive you crazy. So when you're in that mode and you can be a little frustrated and you can be a little challenged and life happens, I think it's really, really important that you have your head on right. And the best way to get your head on right is to create a routine for yourself. And there's lots of ways to do that. I want to share with you a couple of things that I do every morning that allow me to live a happy life. And you know what? The proverbial shit could be hitting the fan in lots of different places, personal, business, whatever. You can pretty much bet that I'm going to have a really good attitude about it or do my very, very best. Now, how do you stay calm in a storm like that when things aren't going as well as you'd like? Well, I believe it begins with mindset. And, I interviewed probably 30 plus people who are 6, 7, and 8 figure income earners. And one of the things that was common for all of them was mindset, morning mindset in specific. And I've jumped into this book recently, Emily Fletcher, Stress Less, Accomplish More. It's on meditation. It's not just any meditation, but it's a meditation for extraordinary performance. That's really what got my attention. Now, a lot of people have tried meditation before, and they say they can't do it because their mind is always going, they can't shut down, and they feel like a failure. Well, the goal with meditation is not to be the number one best meditator. The goal of meditation is to get good at life, be happy, to have fulfillment. And those things are a challenge for a lot of people. I can tell you one of the things for sure about this book that has helped me is it brings me to a center place of peace and knowing that I am full of gratitude and I can accomplish pretty much anything that I want. So get the book. I got it on Audible. I listen to it when I'm driving. My wife's gone through it. Amy's gone through it, loves it. My son, Matt, has gone through it. So that's a great tool. And, I recommended that book at my Toastmasters group. And I think 3 people are going to get it. One of the homework assignments that we have for next Monday is what book has changed your life to help you become a better version of yourself. And that's certainly what I'm going to be talking about. Now, the other thing is something that you can do. It's pretty easy to do. It's little gratitude cards. And these are, 3x5 cards every morning. The whole goal is to write, 3 cards, something that you're grateful for. And then what I've found is, put some things on there that you are grateful for, but are really important to you. One of the things that I've written on this one right here is, and this one really moves me. And Amy is my wife. I'm grateful that Amy can depend on me. I'm the provider. I want to do that really well. And sometimes I feel like I drop the ball. And sometimes I don't perform at levels that I really want to give her the things that I want her to have, because I want her to have it all, just like I want you guys to have it all. But I know in our situation, it's pretty much up to me to do that. And I want that. I am hungry for that. I am motivated for that. Here's another one. I mean, again, it's simple stuff. I'm grateful that I have self-discipline, and I am self-disciplined. Here's another one. If you're a leader or would like to be, I'm grateful that I added value to somebody's life today. So again, you can see there's 150 here. I got this idea from Mark Januszewski, the Laziest Networker, and he's got several of these decks laying around his desk, and all he does is read them. And you know what? You do this, it's in your handwriting, it just makes you feel good. Now, the other thing that I do, and I meant to say this when I talked about my morning routine. So I spend 15 minutes doing Emily's recommended Ziva meditation. The other thing I do is something called reclamation statements. I picked this concept up from Candy G. Candy's an amazing woman, very high achiever, came from a horrible background, horrible life, horrible childhood, really studied success and did things in ways that not too many people have done it. And she's created an amazing ideal life. And one of the things that she recommends in her book called Now Boarding is to, I often talk about the identity statement, talk about identify the person that you really want to become. And what she recommends in the book is to record yourself saying your ideal characteristics that you have. I am a person of love. I am a person of high value. It's I am statements in the present. I am a person who is rich, kind, and easy to talk to. I am a person who's always present when I listen to people. I add value to people's lives, or whatever it is important to you. Write that down. And what I've done is I actually have taken some Wayne Dyer music and I put that in the background, and I listen to that every morning. So I do my 15-minute meditation, the Ziva meditation, and then it's 21 minutes listening to that recording of me talking about the person I want to become. And you know what? I got to tell you, when I start my morning like that and I do that, I just feel really good. I enter into my day very intentional about the person that I want to become. So what happens is I show up more as that person. Now, it doesn't happen every day, and some days are kind of tough. But when you're in a position where you have some limiting beliefs, you know that they are just limiting beliefs, and you can overcome those limiting beliefs, but it's probably not going to be easy because you've got some bad old programming that's pretty strong in there. What Candy talked about is you have to focus in on the subconscious mind. And that's kind of what Napoleon Hill talks about in his, Think and Grow Rich book. If you haven't read that book, gosh, you got to go get it. I just love that. And if you want a recording of Napoleon Hill talking about the principles, success principles, I can send that to you. So just let me know if you want that. I'll get that over there to you. But it's really about how you go into the day, how you start your day. Starting your day with quieting your mind, focusing on the person that you want to become, and then doing the activities. You can't really go into your day talking about the results that you want to create, but you can go into every single day talking about the activities that you're going to do to achieve the results. So there's a big difference between result goals and activity goals. So for me, mindset is just huge. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, here's a little note that Amy wrote me. It's kind of like a little love letter. She was in Costa Rica. Our son Matt sent it to me, and it just warms my heart. So this is kind of some of the things that I have to remind me on how I want to show up and the integrity that I have. And if you want another book around abundance, here's a great little book called The Abundance Book by John Randolph Price. And I'd recommend that you get a journal. And my brain anyways goes all over the place. I got ADD and I'm bouncing all over the place. But when I write stuff down, I have more clarity of thought. And again, it's really about the person that I really want to become, so I can start showing up as that person and do the things that I want to do, so I can create the quality of life that I want. And that's really what I want for you. If you guys are struggling and you want to set up a 30-minute breakthrough strategy session with me, put strategy session in the comment or private message me. I'm happy to set that up with you. And we'll talk about where you are, where you want to go. I've made lots of mistakes in my career. Trust me. I'm not done yet either, I don't think, but I've learned lots of lessons as well. I know that we absolutely can have it all. We have to work hard. But if it's going to be, it's really up to me or you in this case. My name's Terry Petrovic. Remember this, my friend. You have a choice. Make it a better than terrific day and a prosperous one. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.